Part 3. The trumpet sequence and applications. Vision, observation, and trumpet. The SHIELD protocol maintains a consistent sequence when evaluating prophetic timing markers. This sequence is vision, observation, trumpet. Understanding this pattern helps us properly order prophetic events and avoid confusion about timing. In the book of Revelation, we find this sequence demonstrated repeatedly. Let us examine the key passages. Revelation chapter 1 verse 10 records, "I came to be in spirit in the Lord's day, and heard, behind me, a great voice as of a trumpet." This is observation. John hears the trumpet voice. The sound comes first, drawing his attention to what he will subsequently see. Revelation chapter 4 verse 1 continues the pattern. "After these things, I saw, and behold, a door which had been opened in the heaven. And the first voice which I heard, as of a trumpet, was talking with me." Here we have both vision and trumpet combined. John saw the open door. He heard the voice like a trumpet. The vision and the sound together mark the transition to a new revelatory phase. Revelation chapter 8 verse 2 presents pure vision. "And I saw the 7 messengers who in presence of Elohim do stand. And there were given to them 7 trumpets." John sees the 7 messengers receiving their trumpets. The vision precedes the sounding. We are shown the preparation before the execution. Revelation chapter 8 verse 6 moves to the trumpet phase. "And the 7 messengers, those having the 7 trumpets, prepared themselves, that they might sound." The preparation is complete. The trumpets are about to sound. The sequence has moved from vision of the messengers, to their equipping, to their preparation for proclamation. This pattern teaches us something important about prophetic timing. There is a preparation phase before execution. There is seeing before sounding. The vision reveals what is coming. The observation attunes us to the signs. The trumpet announces the moment of action. When we apply this to Micah chapter 2, we can identify the sequence. The vision is the indictment, seeing clearly what the corrupt leaders have done. The observation is the confrontation, hearing the back and forth between prophet and people. The trumpet is the execution of judgment and restoration, the moment when YHWH acts as king to lead his people through the breach. Judgments indicated for this season. Based on the Micah 2 framework, we can identify specific categories of judgment indicated for the current prophetic window. These are not predictions of specific events, but categories of accountability that the text emphasizes. First, inheritance and property violations. Micah 2 verse 2 specifies judgment against those who coveted fields and plundered orphans and tyrannized over houses. The modern application focuses on systemic dispossession of inheritance rights. This includes land seizures, property manipulation, financial schemes that strip families of their assets, and displacement of the vulnerable from their rightful places. Any system or structure that systematically transfers wealth and property from families to concentrations of power falls under this category of judgment. The text does not distinguish between legal and illegal methods. Coveting that leads to acquisition, whether through manipulation of laws, financial instruments, or outright theft, all falls under the same indictment. Second, leadership accountability. Micah 2 verse 9 pronounces judgment on the leaders of my people who are hurled from their houses of pleasure. This indicates accountability for those in positions of authority who have abused their power for personal enrichment at the expense of the covenant community. The phrase houses of pleasure is significant. These are not leaders who have struggled alongside their people. They have used their positions to insulate themselves in comfort while those they lead suffer. The judgment is specific. They will be hurled from those places of privilege. Third, false prophetic voices. Micah 2 verse 11 warns against a spirit that has set up a lie. The judgment extends to those who prophesy wine and plenty while ignoring covenant requirements. Deceptive messaging that prioritizes comfort over truth falls under this indictment. In our current context, this applies to any voice, religious or secular, that promises prosperity without accountability, blessing without obedience, or peace without justice. The spirit of the lie tells people what they want to hear rather than what they need to hear. Such voices face the judgment described in Micah 3, "The sun will set upon them, and their day will darken." Restoration clues. The restoration elements in Micah 2 verses 12 and 13 provide the counterbalance to judgment. These are not mere afterthoughts. They are the goal toward which the judgment moves. First, the gathering of Jacob. Jacob with all his sons shall be gathered together. The restoration includes family reunification. What judgment scatters, restoration gathers. The isolated, the dispersed, the separated, all are brought together. Second, remnant expectation. With expectation I will expect the remnant of Israel. YHWH himself anticipates the faithful remnant. This is not passive acceptance but active expectation. He is looking for them, waiting for them, eager for their return. Third, YHWH as leader. Their king is gone out before them, and YHWH will be their leader. The restoration culminates not merely in return to land but in restored relationship with YHWH as sovereign king. Human leadership failed. Divine leadership takes its place. Fourth, breach breaking. They have broken through and passed the gate. The imagery of breaking through barriers suggests supernatural enablement for restoration. The obstacles that seem insurmountable are overcome not by human effort but by following the king who goes before. Additional insights and conclusions. As we conclude this audio presentation, let me summarize the additional insights derived from this NRI analysis. The Dominion Trinity pattern of identity, inheritance, and priesthood is confirmed by this analysis, with dominion and inheritance emerging as the highest frequency tag at 53.8% in the primary theme chapter. Micah 2 verse 9 represents the NRI apex, the verse with the highest weight in the chapter, marking the precise transition from judgment pronouncement to restoration promise. This pivot point deserves special attention in understanding the prophetic flow. The celestial sign integration through Micah 3 verse 6 provides the link connecting the Micah prophecy to the broader celestial family markers. Judgment on false prophecy has celestial dimensions. The Enochian calendar correlation through Enoch 80 verses 4 through 6 provides eschatological context for interpreting celestial signs in relation to judgment timing. When luminaries transgress their order, judgment is near. The light and darkness pattern in Micah 7 verse 8 provides the book's culminating restoration image. Though I sit in darkness, YHWH will give me light. This links the judgment restoration cycle to the celestial light family and points toward the ultimate restoration where YHWH himself becomes our light. The statistical non-randomness of the text has been confirmed. The 66.7% co-occurrence rate of judgment plus dominion in Micah 2 exceeds random expectation with a probability of less than 0.05. This is not chance. This is design. Finally, the age-abiding mountains reference in Micah 2 verse 9 provides temporal framing. Draw ye near to the age-abiding mountains. The judgment connects to long-term restoration rather than immediate reversal. The mountains endure through ages. The restoration shares that character of permanence. Closing statement. This report was generated strictly within SHIELD protocol parameters, working exclusively from Bible and Enoch sources without external academic databases or theological frameworks. All citations are text internal. All rationales are derived from lexical and structural analysis of the provided corpus. The primary theme is judgment for inheritance violations. The secondary theme is celestial signs as markers of divine intervention. The tertiary theme is restoration under YHWH's direct kingship. May this analysis serve the remnant who are watching, waiting, and preparing for what YHWH is doing in our generation. May we be those who do not cover our ears when the prophet speaks, but who hear, repent, and align ourselves with the covenant purposes of our King. And may we, like the sheep in Micah's vision, follow our King through the breach into the restoration he has prepared. Note, Dallas James wrote about these things in his ebook, written almost a year ago, titled Out of Darkness, Revelations, The Parable of the Night Watchman, available on Barnes & Nobles. Furthermore, all of the verses drawn for this present report were drawn from a random generator.